Well, howdy there, Pipers. As you can see, we're out back sitting on the old tree swing. I'm going to give you a quick look at that. We got Bandit Boy down here. Then we got Scout Boy there. I don't know if you could see him, but you get the idea. So, we're just sitting back here enjoying a pipe. And I thought I'd give you all an update and say thank you. I know people wonder, so we'll get to the update first. As some of you know, most of you know, I had a procedure. That procedure consisted of a colonoscopy and an endoscope, I think, whatever, an upper GI. Both, they went through the top end and the bottom end, you know. Yeah. And surprisingly, I got a clear bill. I got a clear bill of health on the bottom end. That's the end we usually worry about. Now on the top end, not so clear bill of health. Not that it's anything really bad or anything. I mean, it's obviously not good because they found something. But clean as a whistle downstairs. Up top, on the other hand, they took 4 biopsies of my esophagus going down, checking for the acids in my stomach, you know, buildup of acid because I produce too much acid. And, well, they took a biopsy in my stomach, a couple, but one of them was of a big old polyp. Hopefully that's benign. That, you know, that's what your prayers are going to keep floating around for. And, yeah, I mean, if it's benign, they'll just go back in, down the throat, down the esophagus, whatever, and they'll cut it out and then have it looked at to make sure they got the whole thing. I'm assuming, I don't know, because didn't get into that kind of discussion. I might have to talk to, if it was cancerous, obviously they got to know what kind of cancer, and if it's, as you can see, my beard likes to grow this way. But they think it's nothing to worry about. The doctor said it doesn't look like anything to worry about, but they need to check and make sure. So I don't take it lightly no matter what, because they took a biopsy. That means they think something. You know, if it's a benign polyp, or if it's a, I know, speaking from the other end, I've had polyps that turn into things, and I've obviously had cancer and colon cancer already. They go in one time. They weren't sure exactly what it was. It was in the scar where they put my intestines back together. So instead of taking it out, they just took a biopsy of it to see. And it was a type of polyp that eventually turns into something. And this polyp's a bit larger because I haven't had my stomach checked in many years, 8 years probably. So it's obviously gotten larger, but it's still considered a polyp, not a lesion or a tumor or anything like that. So I guess that's better if it is something. I'm guessing they'd do the same thing. They'd probably go in there and take it out or make me talk to a specialist or something like that. So there's that. I wanted to do an update sooner, but it was on my mind. It weighed on my heart and my mind heavily. Even though, you know, they say it doesn't look like anything. I've had cancer, so automatically my mind just gets stuck. And I start thinking, expecting the worst, hoping and praying for the best, you know. So, you know, I don't know. You don't feel like talking about it. I didn't even feel like talking about it with my family, for that matter. My blood family. But here we are. We got a polyp in our stomach. Hopefully we can just get it taken out and that's the end of it. Worst, that'd be best case scenario. Worst case scenario, honestly couldn't tell you. Which, I guess that's the worst part, not knowing, you know, sitting here wondering. But most of all, I wanted to say thank you to Israel. He did a video praying for me specifically, and I thought that was very generous and very kind. And I don't take that lightly at all. I take that to heart, and I think that's very, I don't know, I just don't even have the words to say thank you that I'd like to say. Except thank you. I appreciate it, brother. SoCal Piper, Israel. You all know that already. Israel, that's his government name. But I proceeded to read down in the comments, and there was a lot more of you praying down there for me. I thought, usually I don't look at other people's comments that much. I just go comment and then move on, you know. But I thought, oh, let's see. I'm sure somebody said something. Well, there was a number of you wishing me the best, praying for me, saying amen, all the stuff that's nice to hear. And I appreciate that. And he did it around the time I was getting hooked up to the IV and all that. But yeah, it was very, very generous of you, brother. I truly appreciate it. And I appreciate each and every one of you for even thinking about praying for me or wishing me the best, you know. It means a lot to me. Who was on there? Uncle Willie was on there, Brody Joe, Papa Bear, Yusuf, Chillax, who has emailed me, and I haven't responded because I wanted to do this video first. St. David. I know I'm missing people, and I apologize for that. I should have wrote it down, and we all know I got CRS anyways. So, thank you, each and every one of you, for even thinking about me. I really appreciate that. And those prayers will be continued to be held up till we get these results back and beyond that. And I appreciate that. And I know how you guys are. You guys will continue to pray for me. And man, I appreciate that even more. You know, that's awesome. So thank you. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. It's not tough. I mean, I guess it would be tough if I found out it was cancer and there's some big ordeal, but I don't think it's that big of a polyp or anything like that, you know, to where that's the case. I think this should be simple removal type thing. Anyways, so with all that said, we got the new Trivy. And our bowl's almost gone because this is take 2. Well, take 4. While I got you here, I started making a video 2 times on the way to my tree stand yesterday with this info. And I just realized I didn't feel like talking about it. I didn't feel like it was on my mind enough. I didn't need to speak about it too, you know. Just one of those things I just wanted to not ignore, because obviously I can't ignore it. And it gets on your mind, it gets exhausting, and you just don't feel like talking about it. So you wait till you do feel like talking. I didn't even want to talk to my mom about it, you know, kids or anything. But now I'm cool with it. I had time, I'm exhausted, I'm over it. So here we are. But, and then I just did one just now. And I had to deal with the dog. We're outside, got the dogs, and we don't have a fence, and it was running out by the road, and I started it back, paused it and started it, whatever. And I just noticed I realized, I knew in my head I fumbled words, so I was just like, just redo it, whatever. So here we are, take 4-ish. We're out here with the old squirrel getter, just in case. The Trivy with happy brown bogey in it. Might as well have something you really like. Probably, maybe my favorite. Trying to scorch it. But not only that, I figured, well, might as well have some pipe related content in this video and just say thank you again. So I thought I'd show you some Tampers. We'll start with the first Tamper. Now I got more Tampers than this, more generic ones, but this is probably the first Tamper I ever actually got. I don't remember if I bought it. Well, when I first got interested in the pipe, that was about 13 years ago. I might have got this with something or I bought it. I can't remember. Then we got another one. It looks just like it, same style, Poker, reamer, blade. Ooh, excuse me, thingamabobber. But this one's got the wood on. It's a little fancier. Then we got this solid brass one I picked up on Amazon. Really hit. I mean, it is what it is. It's a tank. The thing probably weighs a pound. Then we got a good friend of mine made me this years and years ago, over 10 years ago. Spent $270 shell with a mule deer antler in it. Drilled the hole and I put this bead on it. Used to have leather on it, but it got rotten because I didn't take care of it. Oh, and then we got here, we got a couple 8 decos. That I recently got. These are pretty cool. They both got a poker inside of them. This one's got the spoon scooper thing on it, which I actually like that a lot. It works real good getting the dottle, I guess you call it, out of there. Same thing here. You got the poker inside. Yeah, so there's some Tampers I got. The ones I really use the most. I got another one like this. It's just straight, doesn't look like a pipe. Then I got another cheap silver one. And then, oh, the Near-Up Tamper that was missing for so long, stuck between seats in the car. So we got our Near-Up Tamper. And I said it's my favorite, not because it does anything special, but just because of the way it looks. I think that thing looks super cool. Look at that. There you have it. You got the Tampers, you got the update, you got the thank you, and you got me doing a video at home out in my backyard. Let's not forget the Tamper we use most. Yeah, I don't know why I do. I got all these Tampers, and I probably use my finger more than anything. But this is why I don't do videos at home a lot. When I'm smoking the pipe, because I sit here and I ramble on, I'm relaxed, I'm chilling. And man, today is just a nice, beautiful, peaceful day. A little bit warm, but we're in the shade, so not too bad. But you want to sit here and relax and puff the pipe, and you need to be telling your stories and whatever it is you're talking about in your video, and they end up taking forever. I guess I'm just lonely and need some pipe smoking buddies. Anyways, thank you, Israel, so much again, brother. And thank the rest of you so much. I appreciate your prayers, and I'm sure we'll see you again tomorrow on the morning commute with your old boy Sasquatch Piper. He's out.